what are some things that maybe people that are stocking up on toilet paper, not realizing how they're affecting local business?
God, I think it's a monkey see, monkey do situation here, especially in El Paso. One person goes in there and stocks up on toilet paper. The next person looks at it, the cart, and goes, "Hey, wait a minute, something must be seriously going on here. Look at this guy." And that guy sees him, and then the other guy goes, and then before you know it, I think what the biggest problem is the bullshit that's on social media. It's you know, making it really, really out of control when it doesn't need to be. Business-wise, I mean, let me put it to you this way. It affected me this morning. I went to my purveyor this morning to pick up some things because we're going to do the to-go orders and we're going to do things like that to keep operating. We're going to do delivery service and the to-goes and the Uber and all that good stuff like everybody else is trying to do. But my purveyor, the store that I go to, which is dead, I mean absolutely dead any other time you go in there, because it's mostly businesses that go in there to purchase, was ransacked by people who probably would never step foot in that place. But because it's available to the public, somebody found out that it's available, so they just raided it. They ransacked it. The smallest of smallest things that you would know they would have on hand all the time was gone. So, I mean, it's people are taking this to extremes and overreacting, I think. I mean, I understand it's bad. I understand it's bad for the country, for everybody, for businesses, for everything. But if we freak out like this and we do the things that we're doing, it's going to be worse in the long run for everybody. If we help one another and we pick one another up and help each other, then I think it'd be a quicker fix and it'll be gone before we know it. But when people go into this mass craziness of thinking it's the end of the world and they need to stock up because it's doomsday, the reality of everything, it affects everybody, especially people who need it the most. And you know, I have elderly parents that are still alive, and I got to check on them and make sure they're okay because I don't want them leaving the house or anything like that. But taking my dad to a store up the street, you know, the guy almost got trampled because people were running through the aisles with shopping carts thinking like it was the end of the world. And it's not, you know, it's really hard on everybody. I mean, everybody's going to hurt through this thing. Businesses are going to suffer like tremendously. Hopefully we have people that are going to understand our situations and help us through this. You know, luckily myself, I have a team of people who understand and believe in what we're doing here and that are going to stick by us no matter what. But some people aren't going to have that, and bills still need to be paid, and the mortgage is still needs to be paid, and so does the landlord, and he's not going to stop. You know, he's still got to get his money too. And events that a lot of people count on are now gone, and they're not going to have that income anymore. And now they're going to scramble to try to make up that month or those months that they've lost. I've lost the whole month of March. I mean, my numbers are down like they've never been down before in the history of RockHouse. And that's scary. I mean, extremely scary. But, you know, we do what we can, and luckily I'm not a guy that's out there buying Land Rovers and doing all the crap that other people do with their businesses. You know, we put money away, and we hope that we can overcome things like this if anything happens. But at the same time, I feel bad for my employees. You know, they count on what they get here. They count on the pay. They count on the tips. They count on everything because that's their livelihood. And the thing that really bothered me a lot was all the people talking down to these people in the industry. You know, maybe you should get a real job now. Maybe it's time to grow up. Maybe you're fantasizing about being a bartender and making millions should be over now. You know, maybe you should be like me. You know, I've grown up and I've got my degrees and I'm working. Well, that's good for you. That's awesome. But you shouldn't put people down just because they're trying to make a living. You You shouldn't put people down because they're working behind a bar, and I guarantee 9 out of 10 times you're in their bar buying cocktails from them. But now in this situation, when you see how bad the situation is and people are hurting, and you're stable, you're in a position to put people down. I think that's just wrong. I think it's way wrong. I think people deserve more credit than that. I guarantee nobody can go behind a bar, when it's slam packed, and do what these guys do and these ladies do. I challenge anybody to get behind a bar on a busy night and see what they can do. It's very hard, it's stressful, and it's a stressful time for everybody. And I think that we'll overcome it. Everybody knows we will. I think people just need to unite a little bit more and not put each other down, and not put the president down or put anybody that's in the government down, because this isn't their fault. There's probably more to the story than we're being led on, obviously, because then it'd be really ridiculous out there. But I think it'll pass like everything else. It'll take some time, and we'll rebuild. We'll do whatever we have to do to sustain our business again, and to make sure that we're bringing entertainment to the masses. Because another thing, the entertainment industry took a major hit on this thing. My book has been canceled all the way to May. And now the bands that are booking for the spring, summer tours, which were a ton of them, have to push every tour back to summer and fall now. And the summer fall shows are going to be pushed back to 2021, which is horrible. It's going to mess up the calendar for everybody. It's already destroyed my calendar. I've been very fortunate and lucky to rebook almost every show that we had booked here at RockHouse. But then again, if this thing keeps going and we go longer into this, it's going to affect that too. There's no telling what's going to happen. A lot of things can change for the positive or the negative. But my plan is to keep operating as soon as we get open again, and bring the music to the masses, and open up my business to anybody that wants to come and support it.